No serious champion sells his best record bird unless he knows it's a poor breeder.
Now, I think another point that people overlook, they go fancier. You go to an auction and you'll buy an imported pigeon in the auction and spend a lot of money on it. You can liken it to going to the garden centre and buying one seed, one little seed, and plant it and hope you're going to get the perfect flower.
To found a new loft of pigeons, which I've had to do here, you know, I've had to do it twice well, 3 times actually in a lifetime. It's not necessarily a matter of going out and spending fortunes on top pigeons. I want just a pigeon with a name and a pedigree. I want it off something that's done the job, and done the job what I'm looking for.
Pure strains of pigeons don't really exist anywhere at all, only in the magazines and books and in the back of people's minds. The big sellers with pigeons, they have all the so-called strains. But if you go to any of these strains and really examine them, or a top fancier that they say this is strain, it comes from 3, 4 or even 5 different families.
Inbreeding and line breeding and all that's all nonsense. 90% of the super birds are all crossings. But foreign people want inbreed, and I don't understand. We want good pigeons, and good pigeons are crossings.
You don't have to put 2 pigeons of the same strain together. You want good pigeons to good pigeons. All the main lofts in Belgium, the super lofts, do this. They don't have a strain. Nobody.
Countries like China, Taiwan and America, where they all have their own family, their own strain. That's such nonsense. Everybody here must laugh when they hear such a farmer say, I raise my Jansens, I have my Meulemans, I have, what we have is crossings. Sometimes I feel sorry for those people. How can they be so naive? Nobody has a family.
Gabby van der Bielen, one of the most talked about fanciers at this present time, he doesn't have a strain. He's got different pigeons from all over. But people, they must have a certain strain. And that, to me, that's where a lot of them go wrong.
And I said always, don't buy one pigeon. Go buy a fancier, and in the middle of the season, or on the last season, September youngsters. And that's are the best.
When I go to the garden centre, I buy a packet of seeds. And for me, the best way to improve your loft is to go to a good fancier. Somebody that's winning, somebody that's got good pigeons. They don't have to cost thousands of pounds. And they most certainly won't if you go to a fancier.
I would actually go out and buy summer hatched youngsters for reasonable money off a good family and then start from there.
I would advise someone new in the sport to go to a small guy with super results and buy eggs there. Preferably in summer, then he doesn't need them for himself. That's the cheapest way.
Strains refers to the lineage and breeding of a pigeon. Having pigeons from proven racing lines can potentially give them an advantage, as certain traits for speed, endurance, homing ability, etc. have been selectively bred into those birds over generations. That said, good training, handling, nutrition and overall health are also extremely important factors in developing racing pigeons that excel. An experienced fancier can take birds that are not from elite strains and still be successful through expertise in these other areas. Racing ability involves many genetic and environmental factors working together. While strain can give a boost, it does not guarantee success on its own. The fancier's skills and methods play a huge role as well. There are examples of champions coming from relatively unknown or mixed strain backgrounds. The key is finding birds with natural racing aptitude and maximizing their potential. So in summary, pedigree and strain may help, but are not strictly necessary to be competitive in pigeon racing. Focus on choosing healthy, vigorous birds and providing excellent care, training and nutrition. An average pigeon that is well managed can sometimes outperform a top-strain bird that is not cared for as well.
Choosing winners as breeders. Breeding winning pigeons requires a strategic approach that goes beyond simply selecting birds based on visible traits. In the world of racing pigeons, breeding from successful birds can significantly increase the likelihood of producing champions. In this article, we will delve into the importance of selecting winners as breeders, considering both visible and hidden factors that contribute to breeding excellence. The significance of racing performance. When it comes to selecting pigeons for breeding, their racing performance is a crucial factor to consider. Pigeons that have consistently performed well in races demonstrate a range of valuable qualities that can be passed down to future generations. By analyzing their track record, we gain valuable insights into their genetic potential and racing prowess. Unleashing the power of genetics. One remarkable advantage of breeding pigeons is their extensive genetic diversity. Pigeons carry a vast array of genes, far more than many other animals. This genetic richness allows breeders to explore a wide variety of combinations when breeding, resulting in offspring with unique characteristics. Unlike breeders of racehorses or dogs, pigeon fanciers have the opportunity to harness this genetic diversity through the practice of inbreeding. Exploring additional selection tools. While the race basket remains the primary tool for selection, pigeon fanciers have developed alternative methods to evaluate breeding potential. Concepts such as eye sign, wing theory, and throat characteristics have been proposed as supplementary selection tools. However, it is important to recognize that these tools have their limitations and may only be applicable within specific lines of pigeons. Pigeons with impeccable physical attributes, according to these guides, may not necessarily excel in racing. Similarly, there may be pigeons lacking certain desired features that still manage to secure victories. Ultimately, the race basket remains the most reliable means of identifying high-performing pigeons that possess the qualities necessary for success. Embracing the principle of heredity. Successful pigeon breeding is built upon the principle of heredity, which states that traits are passed down from one generation to the next. Starting with mediocre pigeons and randomly selecting birds from different fanciers will not yield the desired results. To establish a lineage of pigeons with exceptional qualities, it is crucial to select breeders from a family that has consistently produced winners over an extended period, ideally a minimum of 10 years in highly competitive races. Breeding from winners or their offspring is the foundation for achieving breeding excellence. Secrets for successful pigeon racing. It seems like the key to success is breeding and keeping only quality pigeons that have shown potential, while culling the bad ones, and not overcrowding the loft. Additionally, good health, evidence of homing and navigation abilities, and internal qualities such as motivation and determination are essential. And finally, the basket and long races are the best way to select and evaluate the intelligence and homing instinct of the pigeons. Cull heavy, forget about names, strains, and cost. Keep only birds that have shown potential for future racing or breeding, meaning pigeons that are consistently racing or producing birds in the top 10% of your race schedule. Quality over quantity, do not overcrowd your loft. Quality is profitable and rewarding. Select quality pigeons over a large quantity of birds. Good health, select quality pigeons that have good health. Healthy pigeons produce healthy young that will race well. Look for evidence of homing and navigation qualities, breed from birds that have the compass or homing instinct. A racing pigeon must and does navigate. The intelligent pigeons apparently have no trouble finding the most direct route home, and they are able to adjust to different types of conditions. Let the basket and races call for you. The only fair and impartial methods of selecting intelligence that give true satisfaction and results are the training basket and long races. Breed for internal qualities, not external appearance. Select pigeons based on internal qualities, such as homing instincts and intelligence, rather than external appearance, such as wing, back, build, eyes, feather, etc. Test pairings and breeding combinations. It is important to test pairings and breeding combinations before making any permanent breeding decisions. Pairings that work for one fancier may not work for another. Try different pairings and observe the results before making any long-term decisions. When testing pairings, be sure to pay attention to the performance of the offspring. Keep detailed records of the pairing, the offspring, and their performance. This will help you make informed breeding decisions in the future. Secret number 8, manage your loft environment. A clean and well-managed loft environment is essential for healthy and successful racing pigeons. Keep your loft clean, well ventilated, and free of pests and disease. Provide your birds with fresh food and water daily and ensure they have access to grit and minerals. In addition to a clean loft, a consistent and disciplined training and racing program is necessary for success. Develop a routine and stick to it. Train your birds consistently and according to a plan. Participate in races regularly and evaluate your results to make improvements. Secret number 9, learn from others. Take the time to learn from other successful fanciers. Attend pigeon shows and races, join a local club, and participate in online forums and discussions. Learn from the experiences and knowledge of others and apply it to your own loft management and racing program. Secret number 10, have patience and perseverance. Success in racing pigeons takes time, patience, and perseverance. It takes years to develop a strong racing loft and breeding program. Don't get discouraged by setbacks or losses, instead learn from them and use them to make improvements. In conclusion, success in racing pigeons is not about secrets or special tricks, but rather about focusing on the fundamentals and consistently making improvements. By culling heavy, focusing on quality over quantity, selecting for good health and homing abilities, letting the basket and races cull for you. Get my main racing system, just email me direct. I'm an experienced ex-pigeon racer from England, and I can offer valuable insights and guidance on all aspects of pigeon racing, from breeding to racing. During my racing days, I managed a small team of no more than 70 pigeons, including stock, young birds, and old birds. It was not uncommon for me to send as few as 6 birds to a race and still secure the top 3 positions out of up to 2,500 pigeons in my club and federation. My race distances typically ranged up to 300 miles, and I consistently achieved top 5 placements in my club. My expertise extends to the art of selecting excellent breeders, including evaluating pigeons based on their eye sign characteristics. I firmly believe that true champions can only be bred from top quality stock, and I can guide you in identifying and acquiring such pigeons. I understand that many pigeons for sale are advertised based on their lineage or pedigree, but I emphasize the importance of assessing the bird itself rather than relying solely on paperwork. As part of my offer, I invite you to share photos of your pigeons, including their eye sign and wing characteristics. I'll provide you with free advice on racing and breeding based on my extensive experience and knowledge. Additionally, I will share auction links to high-quality breeding birds that have the potential to produce winners in your loft. Here's what you can expect to receive from me. A comprehensive Word document containing valuable insights and strategies for successful pigeon racing, including specific racing methods for both old and young birds, as well as general advice. Private YouTube videos sent to your email, covering various aspects of pigeon racing, from breeding to race preparation. Detailed recommendations on supplements and additives to add to your pigeons' drinking water, with scientific evidence supporting their effectiveness. Similar products are used by professional athletes and racehorses to enhance performance. Assurance that your pigeons will race home faster, provided that you have quality birds to begin with.